Elliot here from the Bear Pit TV, now backed by Ladbrokes, as you probably saw from that new Swish intro. If you do want to place a bet or anything, link in the description. But this is the preferred 11 show, so we've got Leicester at the weekend. Leicester have come under a bit of a resurgence since Claudio Ranieri left or got sacked, and they've beat Sevilla in the Champions League. They're through to the next round, where they've got a really tough tie against Atletico Madrid. But in the Premier League, they've also been winning games and getting back into that form. What sort of saw them win the Premier League title last season. Jamie Vardy up front and basically knocking it over a defender's head and letting him run onto it. That is pretty much their game plan. And of course, they were known last season for bringing back the 4-4-2, which is a formation that we've started to play this season. Now, personally, I do not think that we should be going head-to-head playing a 4-4-2 against a team who do it so well. I think we should revert back to a 4-5-1. But no, Mark Hughes, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that we're going to stick with the 4-4-2 that's worked so well for us in the past couple of weeks and past couple of games. And I think that Mark Hughes is toying with these formations going into next season and trying to work out what suits us best. Over this course this season, we played 3 or 4 different formations, and I'm not sure if that shows that Mark Hughes is experimenting, trying to work out what's his best side. I'm not sure if he doesn't really know too much what his best side is. You can look at it both ways, but for me, this is how we should line up at the weekend as the 4-4-2. So Lee Grant in goal. He obviously had made that mistake against Chelsea last time out, and he's already made a case to say, he's trying to get over it. He's gonna come back better than ever after that mistake. And to be fair, I can see why he's saying that with Jack Butland now hot on his heels after returning to full training. Jack Butland still won't be anywhere near the first team for a couple of weeks. Mark Hughes even said in his press conference today that he's nowhere near the first team, and I'm sticking with my guns from what we said from when we conducted the interview with Ben Nixon, who's a physio, many months ago now. I don't think we'll see him this season. If we do, it'll probably be a farewell game or come on in the final game of the season. So Lee Grant in goal, and hopefully he gets back to that fantastic form that he was in before that mistake. Right back, for me, obviously it's Glenn Johnson, because Phil Bardsley's got a red card. But even if they were both fit and both available, I'd still put Phil Bardsley in there. He's been one of the unsung heroes of our campaign this year, and he's stepped in and done a job whenever he's been asked to. The red card was a bit daft last time out, and he shouldn't have really done it, but everyone loves giving Cesc Fabregas a bit of a kick. So Glenn Johnson out on the right. Centre-back pairing of Bruno Martins-indi and Ryan Shawcross. It's reported a while ago that Bruno Martins-indi is edging closer to getting this deal done, and I think every single Stokey agrees that we need to get him signed up permanently in the summer. Ryan Shawcross is obviously going to be beside him. Ryan, again, they both had a brilliant game against Chelsea, and it's good to see that Ryan has finally got a partner in Bruno Martins-indi that Robert Huth used to be, who are going to be up against this weekend. Left back for me, Eric Peters. Just about Eric Peters over Muniesa. He made that error that gave Chelsea the goal in the last game, and he also didn't have the greatest of performances. We expect so much more from a left back nowadays, putting in the final ball, attacking, passing, and Eric Peters isn't the greatest at those. He can defend. There's no question about his defending. He's great tackles. I think he's always up there in the scorecard stats for most tackles in the league, nearly every weekend. And he always leads, so he's always leading those tables every season, it seems, and he seems to be the most consistent defender. But now we're asking so much more of a fullback. We need them to be good going forward, and going into the summer now, I think I'd like to see a replacement come in. But Eric Peters, I will give him the benefit of the doubt and let him keep his place for this game. Now, in central midfield, Joe Allen it's recently come out this afternoon that Joe Allen will face a late fitness test. But I'm going to stick him in there. He's going to start in central midfield for me alongside Jeff Cameron. Another one there was rumours of him being injured, but Mark Hughes has reported that everyone is A-OK. And hopefully those two will, just tick over and do exactly what they did against Chelsea and run the midfield and boss it for us. On the wings, of course, Ramadan Sobhi on the left, Arnie on the right. Those positions pick themselves for me. Ramadan's done absolutely brilliant since coming into the side, and he's sort of kept his place because Shaqiri's gone missing. He's injured every single week. You dread to think that Shaqiri had been fit and come back in and we wouldn't have seen Ramadan again. But it's worked out well for Sobby. Shaqiri's just this missing man. He seems to be okay for when it comes to Switzerland, but when it comes back to pulling the shirt on for the Potters, not happening. I feel like there's something else going on behind the scenes there. I'm not believing everything I'm told that he's injured every week. But Arnautovic on the right, of course. Arnautovic has been probably again one of our star performers this season. He hasn't chipped in as much as he did on the goals, but hopefully can pick that up towards the end of the season and start chipping in. Up front, it's going to be Saido Berahino alongside John Walters. Those two have done the 4-4-2 up top in a couple of games now. It worked pretty well against Man City, even though they didn't get a goal. They just managed to shut up shop and just, it was defending from the front. I don't want to see that against Leicester. I want to see Berahino getting in behind. Jonathan Walters is great at winning flick-ons and doing the sort of aerial and the tough work of the two up top, and that's my formation. Hopefully we can get a result at the King Power this weekend. Hopefully we can stop this run that Leicester seem to be going on. But as I say, I do have concerns about us playing the 4-4-2, but this is what I think that Mark Hughes will go with. So to recap on my team, it is Lee Grant in goal, Glenn Johnson at right back with Shawcross and Bruno Martins-indi centre backs, Eric Beers left back with Joe Allen, if he is fit, in midfield with Jeff Cameron, Arnie on the right, Sobby on the left, Berahino and Walters up top. So that's my preferred 11. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. What would your side be? Would you stick with the 4-4-2? Because I'm pretty worried about doing it, but I think that's what you'll play. Do let me know. Like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.